elegant and beautiful a boat looks, it looks that much better in the water, gliding out in front of you. That's their function in life. If you hang one in a museum or hang it up somewhere for show, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but it denies the use of a boat that can be a real pleasure.
Meet Skip Johnson, architect, boat builder.
Actually, the first boat I ever built was a canoe, and I was 16 years old. Well, your spacing is going to be either 16 or 24 for the floor deck.
Skip is an architect by trade. He designs businesses and buildings and houses.
This is the Hanson residence. John wanted a house for the ages, and he's got it now.
He designs boats for fun.
The wee one is my granddaughter's boat. I came up with the idea of kind of a semi-jet drive. All of this sail frou-frou is stuff I've added just to play around with here recently. You could move at about the same speed pedaling as you could paddling.
A lot has changed since 1959 when Skip built his first boat. Today's technology helps make the design of both houses and boats a lot easier.
If I was to sit down and design a small boat like this by hand, to do the calculations for displacement and wetted surface would be probably 5 or 6 pages just completely filled with a lot of fiddling little numbers that had to be added and collated and et cetera and et cetera. And with this, you just, you say, well, I want it to be this wide, and I want this curve to be about this kind of shape, and you run through it, and it takes 5 minutes.
Skip is designing a boat called the Bionic Log. It's a kayak, 16 feet long, very light.
It's an absolute minimalist, one-man set on top kayak. Everything that's not necessary is taken away.
Kayaks today are usually made of molded plastic. Skip's making his out of wood, tiny strips of wood.
In this little space, we have compressed about 120 some odd thousand lineal feet of wood strips for canoe and kayak building.
Skip's wood strip kayak will be built of mahogany and yemery and ceiba and banach, woods that he and his boat building partners have imported from Belize.
Hopefully we'll be able to sell some of this wood too, because this is several lifetime supply. There's probably somewhere between 110 and 150 boats worth of wood in here, depending on what kind of boats that you'd be building.
Once Skip gets started, standard boat building techniques get tossed overboard, and his own unique construction methods take over.
Carpenter's type glue, tight bond 2. I enjoy trying different things, different techniques. Some work, some don't. It's an exothermic reaction. They call it smuts or gorilla snot. I was getting ready to say, be careful. When they break, they'll come back and pop you pretty good.
Skip built the boat in stages, and since he wasn't really in a hurry, it actually took about 4 months from start to finish.
You have to talk to the wood a little bit on occasion. And you have to listen to it too.
The wood strips Skip is using on the hull are just 1/4 of an inch thick. On the deck, they'll be even thinner.
Oh, it'll float. It'll float me.
Each strip of wood is lined up along the form. Then it's cut, fit, glued, and clamped. Skip uses a whole bunch of different rings, strings, and other things to hold the boat together.
By the time everything's said and done, we'll use every clamp in sight.
After the glue dries, a paste of sawdust and epoxy is used to fill in the gaps. Then the surface is sanded and smooth. After that, it's time for a thin sheet of fiberglass.
There you go. One more time.
A coat of epoxy is brushed on the fiberglass, and the Bionic Log starts to take on its true colors.
You never know exactly what a boat's going to look like until you get the fiberglass on it. When everything's said and done, you'll have a really strong, unified skin with fiberglass providing strength and abrasion resistance. With these woods and this resin, it should be stunning.
Though he built the boat by hand, Skip found one more use for technology in the construction process.
This is a stop-action video or time-lapse of building the Bionic Log.
He set up a small web camera to record his progress.
I turned it on before I started working, and it would take a picture once a minute. It looks like I'm working real hard, and I'm not. It's 4 minutes of video, but this boat really took probably close to 80 hours to build. If I did them in 4 minutes, I'd get real tired of doing it real soon.
There'll be a race briefing in 4 minutes. Right here.
Skip built the Bionic Log for the Junior Texas Water Safari, a 16-mile race for kayaks and canoes.
14-footer?
16.8.
16-8?
It also gave him a chance to show off his handiwork.
Yeah, very sweet. Right on. This is a piece of art going down the San Marcos, man. Beautiful. Good luck.
Held on the San Marcos River each fall, the Junior Water Safari is a much shorter and less serious version of its more famous cousin, the 260-mile Texas Water Safari.
5 seconds. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Hey, where y'all going? Go!
It's great fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The boat did real well. It just needs a better motor. I wouldn't mind it if it was 10 pounds lighter, but that'd be kind of hard to do. But it worked real well. It was a lot of fun. Second senior solo, man. I'll do handstands. Man, I lucked out. There were only 2 of us entered.
For Skip Johnson, the race isn't really the point. Envisioning his creation and then seeing it through is what matters most.
Just my personal opinion, but anybody that looks at one of these boats and doesn't see beauty in it doesn't have a soul. I'm sure I'll build another boat, or 2 or 3 or whatever. What it is and when it'll be, I don't know at the moment. We'll see.